We ain't even doing an intro, bro. We ain't even doing that. We just gonna get Mike Choi up on the line. They want me to. Okay, what is the scenario? Okay, fuck all that. Okay, we gonna call Mike. We gonna hit him on voicemail. Okay, here we go. It's not voicemail. That's not what I meant. I'm drunk. I'm sorry.
What's up, man, brother?
What up, man? And I just told the audience, I'm like, we ain't even like going through all the protocols of like intros and shit. This is just an episode. We casting. What's up?
I mean, you still got another broadcast, man. You got another intro, man. Can you do it now, brother?
Yeah, this is 495 casting celebrities worldwide. We are worldwide celebrities, and we appreciate everyone who's tuning in right now. What's up, Mike? We talking about neighborhoods around the world, wherever they are, and we God bless everyone who's tuning in. What's up, Mike?
What's up, man? Where you at?
Man, I'm in New York. I'm smoking, I'm drinking, and we're talking about the music industry as it is today.
I forgot, man. It's Friday, isn't it?
Well, it's now Saturday, but yeah, kind of. It's Friday some places, it's Saturday some places. What's up, brother?
Absolutely, brother, man. Dodgers, I don't know if Dodgers won the game tonight. There's like a, like semi, like World Series going on, like in baseball world.
You talking about LA Dodgers?
Yeah, brother.
That's sending the soul stealer. That's sending the soul stealer, man, from San Fernando Valley, LA, man, who moved up to Washington, man, from level 4. Man, he's on that shit, man.
Well, it's gonna be the West Coast and East Coast battle in the, like the World Series again. It's gonna be like Boston Red Sox against.
Ooh, I heard some shit on the radio tonight about the Red Sox. I heard some shit on the radio tonight about the Red Sox. They seem to be holding it down for a minute, though.
Well, they're going to fucking like, the league, man.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Anyway, what's up, man? Ballers, man, they're having fun right now. It's the season of the blossom.
Well, we're ballers, man. It's the fall. It's rainy outside. I'm strolling. It's a mobile podcast. I'm spritzing. I'm on bourbon. I'm sipping on some Miller High Life. Miller High Life.
Hey, hello.
Yeah, Swisher Sweeten.
That sounds good, man.
What's up with neighborhoods? What's up with neighborhoods? Like, so I'm from a neighborhood where on the Riverside, just so like everybody understands, like the Riverside neighborhood community, if you've seen the TV show Deadwood, the Riverside community, I think it was like 1901 or something like that. It was a red light district where totally, where people from the East Coast, they said East Coast aristocrats with money, they knew of the new world out west. So like Lewis and Clark, like you hear about the Lewis and Clark like expedition and people that came, but and most of the mumble rappers on this planet nowadays, they have no idea what we're talking about. But what we're talking about is this. So you had these investors, they had lots of doughs, and they said, hey, Christopher Columbus, supposedly, he was a piece of shit, by the way, but people had been out to the West Coast, but the West Coast was an unknown, uncharted territory mostly, and when they made the eastern seaboard of America with like gangs in New York and like Boardwalk Empire and Deadwood and like the Dakotas and stuff, the one last kind of territory by like before even America owned Alaska, Washington State was one of the last places in the Union of the 50 states that said, okay, we'll get on board. And the interesting thing about it was this. The Northwest Territories were technically part of the Soviet Union. And a lot of people, yes. And so flashing. So flashing forward is this. So flashing forward, when you look at the neighborhoods out west that were those like Soviet era neighborhoods, after they were incorporated into the United States, even though they were part of the Union, like the finalized states in the Union, there were these territories that were very much like the TV show Deadwood, where it was like muddy and they had like torch lights by nighttime. And what's interesting about the neighborhood that I come from is that when my neighborhood first materialized in reality, right? The East Coast, like wealthy people that were billionaires that sent.
I mean, you talking about like people who were there first? Like,
Yes, I'm talking about the very first people who these rich people said, go out to the Pacific coast and see if there's actually a town north of the map in the northwest.
it was. I remember it was called like Go West Project.
They exactly, and what happened was when they found the Northwest with the tribes and the fertile land and all this stuff, they said, you know what? We don't even need to report back to the East what we found. We're going to tell them that this place is fucked up and we're going to lie to them. So here's what they did. The very simple, short, like, history of my neighborhood is this, like north of Seattle. This is what happened, and a lot of people in the world don't know this. What they found out was this. They're like, okay, these people gave us money to come out to the West Coast from the East Coast. We found that it's a place that overlooks the Northwest corridor, the Pacific Ocean. We can live here forever, but we're going to lie to the investors on the East Coast. And we're going to tell them that this part of the country is inhospitable, that it's like filled with like crazy, dangerous animals, and that they should never come here. And they fucked up, and it's a wrong move. Because back in the day, to transmit information back to the East Coast, they figured people would say, okay, well, we made a mistake. Don't go out there. But where they fucked up was that the East Coast aristocrats who actually funded those missions, they said, we don't believe them. So they sent people after that to come out to check up on it. Meanwhile, they set up what they called red light districts out west because the people who found the Northwest corridor, Seattle, Everett, Tacoma, they said, man, this is a gold mine. This is like the Barbary states in San Francisco. There's so much fucking salmon, and like this shit is dope. It's not as muddy as we're telling them. So they put up torches. Shit was muddy, but when they had their like prostitution rings and they had their like buildings that they started to build and shit like this, right? So look, they had an encampment. Which begot a city and a town like Deadwood. Then, when prostitution had run rampant, like you see in the TV show Deadwood, one of the cover stories that the people who started it, they were like, no, this is a totally kosher community. Like, it's not inhabitable. Like, if you're on the East Coast and you have money, don't come out here. There's like so many natives that are evil and they're trying to kill us. Like, we came here and we're trying to get back there. And people were like, uh-huh, sure, like we totally believe you. But the end of the story was this. The city was erected, okay? Meanwhile, like I said, people.
Erected?
Well, yeah. So. No. Look, cause look. Very wealthy East Coast investors had believed in this prospect of this uncharted territory of the United States, and they were like, go out there, go to where there's mud, go to where there's trees, and go to where there's mountains. And so when they did, After the long trek and the long haul, they found the promised land and they're like, oh, we can never tell the people back east that. Well, but look, here's the end of the story. After they set up a town like Deadwood in the neighborhood that I'm from, where there was prostitution, there were drugs, there was alcohol, and everything that you can think of, finally the East Coast people that funded that operation were like, yeah, we're close and we know that they're bullshit. There then became the Citizens Brigade. It was called the Secret. It was called the Secret Committee of 21. And what the Secret Committee of 21 did was they were like, okay, these people made a town here. They made a village, but these people are fucking evil and they're trying to destroy us like, people came from Europe and with the pilgrims and the natives. They're like, we're against this. So what the Secret Committee of 21 used to do is they would take to the streets and they would say, hey, what are you doing here? And they're like, well, we're here to go to that house right there with the red light. They're like, oh, because you're going to go to a brothel? And they're like, no, ma'am, sir, that's not a brothel. I just have to go and see my friend. And they're like, no, you're an evil motherfucker that's trying to take over our land. And we know that you're going to have sex with a prostitute. We're like, no, we're totally not. So there would be a standoff. The Secret Committee of 21 were 21 individuals that were vigilantes who were trying to thwart the uprising of this new compound. So anyway, the end of the story is that finally the aristocrats who had spent the money to send these people out west in the first place to find the newfound land that was uncharted, that had never been navigated, that had never been established, they finally caught up to them. And when they did, they were like, hey, we see you've got a bunch of torches. Let us into the city. And so the people that were there, that they funded and financed to go there, they were like, sir, ma'am, we can't let you be on these torchlights. And they're like, well, why not? We're the ones that paid you to come out here. They're like, there's nothing here. There's no town. There's no city. They're like, this is a red light district. You stole our money. And they're like, sir, ma'am, listen, we're telling you, there's nothing here. We found nothing here. There's no fertile land. So there was a standoff, and then they figured it all out. But that was the Secret Committee. And then obviously it started Seattle, Everett, and Tacoma. So Hyung, you told me back in the day in Korea, there was a secret group of people that had a symbol, and they came to exist to ensure law and order. And people would see this symbol that was written, and they knew, like, try. Huh? Okay. Okay. Uh-huh. Right. So anyway, because the powers that be, they don't want for motherfuckers to know the truth. Anyway, that was the idea, was that they found a new city, which was the city that I came from, and there was a vigilante group that was trying to clean up the act of the people who first found it, and then ultimately the people who.
No, but like I said, I understand, but that's not what you want to talk about tonight.
No. So
I
what?
got away from the point.
Well, yeah, well, not really, but yeah. But at the same time, in Korea, what was going on? Who were the people who were?
Because, like, I have to ask you, like, fucking, like, sometimes I have to drive you like a cowboy, like, like, what, like, it's like,
Yo.
sometimes I don't want to really cut you off because, like, I think you would make a point at the end. Understand? Basically, you sound like you're reading fucking wiki. You know what I mean? And I don't like that.
Right, but I'm not. So now that you're back on the air, so what was going on in Korea? Where was it? Where these people? There was a symbol. Yeah, we've been on the air. So who are the people with the symbol? There was something similar in Korea where they did this thing where people who were walking around, if they had a symbol, people respected it.
better cut this off, brother. I know you're not gonna broadcast tomorrow.
Well, we're on the air. This is podcast. So who were the people with the icon who you were talking about? Like
What do
10
you mean icon?
They had a certain lettering, they had a certain depiction on when they were walking around the community, similarly to the beginning of the Riverside neighborhood where I'm from. People respected it. They'd see the symbol like, oh shit, they're like law and order. They're like trying to like set this place in like order. Like what era was that?
Like, you know, like you want me to talk about the history of Korea?
Yeah, like
Divided world.
Yeah, like when did that happen?
World.
Yeah.
Like it's been, you know how Korea has like legally and world recognized 5,000 years of history as being a country, correct? No?
Yes.
And how many countries out there like right now that and everybody who's listening over here like has a 5,000 years of
none
history of
none.
Huh?
They have none.
I don't think so. I mean, like maybe the only one they could claim is probably China.
Yeah, right? Yeah. So
China is kind of like the United States of the world.
Of course.
Like you see.
Like the Native Americans.
So
like the Native Americans who were here. A lot of them came from China. Right.
Absolutely. You talked about like West Coast, man. Like all the things you said before.
Yeah.
Was absolutely correct.
Yes.
And that's how people actually made their move with wagons and shit.
Yeah.
Guns and the horse and whatnot back in the day. And they got to the coast thinking that they would have a good opportunity, right?
Right.
Like they campaign, like gold mines, and
gold veins and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, basically, but it was shooting down Indians. You know what I mean?
Of course, Native Americans, of course.
Yeah. It was just like basically you go out there and fucking hustling, and
gang shit.
Land.
Gang shit.
Yeah,
genocide.
Yeah. Absolutely, brother. And like little gunpowder back in the days, I didn't really live that life, but only thing I could think about is like you and me, like the smell of gunpowder, like the niggas would smoke sheep now, right?
Yeah. You talked, yeah, and you talked about a long time ago in Korea, there was a group where, like the TV show Deadwood, they started some organization when they walked around like they were the sheriff's posse. They started something new. And when people saw whatever the Hangul was, they recognized the symbol and they were like, oh shit, we better like just be cool because we got to recognize the symbol. Like it's a group of people that are cleaning up shit, like the secret committee of 21 in the Riverside neighborhood of Everett, Washington.
Absolutely. Now we're talking like lateral, but like I said, like in Korea, Korea is like small fucking tiny country. It's the size of not even like California size.
Right. The East Coast and the West Coast have the same time zone.
Yeah,
same time zone. Yeah.
Actually, the East Coast has a little like peninsula, like a big looking, if you really think about it, like California is like a big looking state.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. You got the head thing up in the front in Seattle. Now you got that little.
You got the side dick.
Think about it.
Yeah, in the south.
Yeah. You got the LA where like fucking coke blows, right? But then at the end you got the like little city called San Diego.
Yeah, which we give props to, by the way, man. We love Southern California, Northern California. They're like two countries. Yeah.
That's a dirty city, man, San Diego. But it seems they all wrapped it up like it's like the best place to retire.
They got bloods. They got bloods. They got bloods from our same Bloods organization where they wear green down there because it's like, different.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Greens are fucking like pleasantly planted.
Yeah, Skyline Pyru, by the way. Skyline Pyru.
Yeah.
Mitchie Slicks.
World,
Mitchie Slick. Mitchie Slicks was like the top rapper from there.
Nothing
Totally.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they call that Three's Company back in the day.
Absolutely, brother. With the zoo.
Around the same
I don't
time
know if they
is
still.
around the same.
Remember the San Diego Zoo, man?
Yeah,
Remember the San Diego
my
Zoo?
biological cousin Rizzo from 495, one of the founders of 495, he was born at the San Diego. He was born at the Naval Hospital across the street from the San Diego Zoo.
Absolutely. Remember that show? Like, I'm glad that you mentioned about the Three's Company, man. That show was like, like popular back in the day.
John Ritter. John Ritter, I love that show. It was around the time of WKRP in Cincinnati.
Is he still alive now?
Right? Sadly, he passed, and his son is still in Hollywood.
Really?
Yeah, his son's doing big things, by the way, man. We get props.
To be honest with you, man, he was like one of the like most talented.
Absolutely.
I think.
Absolutely.
Nobody really talks about him anymore, but
except for us. Oh shit, we gotta get Mike back on the line because you know, man, this shit, it be doing weird shit, but we gonna get him back on the line, shit, so don't even trip.
I think we came up with some phenomenal shit tonight, too.
Yeah, we're podcasting, man, we're back on the air, so, like you were saying, John Ritter, his son is doing big things in Hollywood right now, man, and sadly, John Ritter passed. Yeah, Yeah, John Ritter's son, man, is doing phenomenal things right now, man, because sadly his father passed and stuff, man.
So, man, what's going on, man? Like, remember the days, like, we all, like, grew up watching, like,
yeah.
Who did?
Exactly, from our era, man, like, WKRP and since.
Who didn't love, basically, who didn't love that kind of, like, lifestyle?
Exactly.
This motherfucker was having fun, man. He actually lived with two beautiful fucking girls. One like Chinese chick, one blondie, right?
Yeah.
And he had this like fucking Jewish landlord,
Mr. Furley. Mr. Furley.
Yeah, and some
Don Knotts.
Yeah, and down the heart, like very horny, like grandma, remember?
Of course, I can't never forget.
Remember the like intro, like they did, like it was like they're like fucking like driving this choo choo like train, like whatever.
Yeah,
right?
It was so tight. It was dope.
And like they're having fun in the zoo, right?
And the
San Diego Zoo.
And the neighbor, remember, like he was like an asshole. He was always like kind of like, I mean, in today's age, he'd be like a rapist, pedophile. He was like a dick, but he was always a womanizer, like trying to like get up on the women and shit.
He was probably the most entertaining, like next to the. I don't recall myself, but I remember watching Chaplin.
Yeah.
But like next to none, I think it was probably the best comedy, like TV air show, right?
Of course.
It like reruns. Like I know that like MASH did a lot, but I don't know why they did that. Maybe it was all government contracted. But like
psyop.
I mean MASH. No, to be honest with you, I give high props on MASH. They got a lot of drama. It's got a real deep story. It's real life, kind of like a documentary. But like.
So look, young. I'm looking at the wiki and the Google on Larry. He was the like womanizer who lived next door. His name is Richard Klein, and he says he's an American actor and television director. He's best known for his role of Larry Dallas on the ABC sitcom Three's Company.
But he actually his name was Jack.
No. So that was John Ritter. But the dude.
John?
Yeah, John Ritter.
No.
No. On the show, he played Jack, but his name was John Ritter.
Oh,
Yeah, and his neighbor was Larry. Larry was the like douchey dude.
Yeah, Larry was a douchebag, like like blondie,
No, dark hair,
like
dark hair, dark hair,
Casanova.
dark hair, dark hair.
We talking about the same show, brother?
Yeah, the neighbor John Ritter. I'm sorry, the neighbor Larry was a piece of
But
shit.
they had like a lot of episodes, man. They actually did like years and years of production on the Three's Company. They
So
moved to different apartments and shit.
well they had a different landlord. So John Ritter, for some reason, give me one moment. Three's Company. So John Ritter on three on no, we're looking it up. We're looking it up. Three's Company.
I know the grandfather figure, like the people who like the old landlord who's like he's kind of like a voodoo, like like CEO looking, chicken looking, rooster looking boy.
So
He always sneaks up.
he
He's
was
always up on your game. He's
he
always sneaking what he's doing, whether he was gay or not, because he actually, got that place. Nobody would allow three people in a two-bedroom apartment back in the days.
right,
So,
right. That wasn't that was
remember the story, right?
right. That was Three's Company. So I just brought up John Ritter. So
Talking
John
about the same
okay,
show, brother.
okay, so John Ritter, the dude who played the guy who was the dude. Okay, here we go. So
He was on like some serious drug or something, man. He was on, I don't know, man. He was just like high energy, man.
um his well, look. His whole thing on the show was like he played the role, remember, because he had to pretend like he was gay. That was the whole
Right,
thing.
right.
Yeah.
In order to get a
Live.
contract.
Right.
Yeah, peace.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
and then Larry was the douchebag that was fucking living
Well,
next to.
he was a good guy, but he's like little like he's like like he would never trust that, you know? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? He's always trying to find out.
Yeah,
But anyway,
he was
yeah,
so
go
so
ahead.
so 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 what
But he
Wikipedia
was also married with the like horny grandma figure.
so what it says is that the cast was Joyce DeWitt, who played Janet Wood, Suzanne Summers,
Oh,
who,
Janet.
yep,
Yeah.
Susan.
She's still alive, man.
Yes, so what's Suzanne Summers was Chrissy Snow. John Ritter played Jack Tripper. Then there was Richard.
Absolutely. Suzanne Summer and like the blonde actually switched up because like Suzanne Summer played after this like little Polish chick. I remember I don't remember her name, but Suzanne Summer actually came afterwards.
So what happened was the dark
What
haired.
was it?
So what happened was the dark haired woman Joyce DeWitt, who played Janet Wood.
Oh
She
yeah.
she had beef with Suzanne Summers, and here's why. You know how like people who for whatever reason in their minds they like the blonde, right? They like the blonde, right? So
Jealousy,
so according
love and hate.
yeah, so according to like media, whether it's true or not, Joyce DeWitt, aka Janet Wood, she had beef with Suzanne Summers because remember the like Thigh Master, like that late night thing, like you could get the Thigh Master and get you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Absolutely. I remember that.
Su-
They used to actually promote those like gym machine back in the days. I remember they used to
Hyung,
sell a lot of those.
I own a Thigh Master. So check this
Oh
out.
yeah.
So check this out.
You're
So,
so fucking three. You're so fucking like three.
well,
You're so three company, bro.
but
But anyway,
the thing is that like Suzanne Summers, according like in the eye of the like media populace, they kind of somehow, some way, they were like, well, Suzanne Summers, who played Chrissy, She was the blonde and she was hotter. I'm just saying they believed in their minds, like some of them. Oh, she was hotter than like Janet. So
She played the dumb like blonde,
Chrissy did. She played the like kind of like, oh, I'm an airhead, I'm a blonde, right? Well, she did exceedingly well in the world after Three's Company. So apparently, according to
Well, she
media,
went Hollywood. She went to LA straight up.
and accordingly, because of that, that's when the woman who played Janet, Joyce DeWitt, she was like, well, why is she getting so much money? Like, why is she benefiting more than me? Like, I was an equal, and I don't know what the beef was, but here's the thing about John Ritter, who played Jack Tripper. It's very, very, very sad, very, very tragic. John Ritter had a cardiac issue. Now,
I
back
think he did a lot of coke back then.
well, well,
The only reason
well,
I
young.
cannot really say.
I don't know that he ever did anything like that.
Yeah,
But
to be honest with you, yeah, that's not the fact that I know, but I'm just, it's like when you watch that show, man, he was like fucking like over. You know what I mean?
he was he
Like
was
way he's
he was hyperactive on the show, right?
yeah, absolutely, man. He was hyperactive. He
Yeah.
was like, like much fucking faster. Like when like even camera cannot even follow. He's like, you know what I mean?
But he
Like
was
I'm
so
just like,
and I agree with you in that I don't know that he ever did drugs. I can't confirm
no,
that.
no, 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 no.
No, and I know he's
You
young.
like
I
to
know
listen.
I know in the world
Gossip talk. You know what I mean?
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Inquirer, and I know that the world audience knows that you know in your mind, in your heart, that we have no idea what he was doing. But no, sadly, tragically. So he had a cardiac issue, and then Larry, who he played well. Okay, so Larry Dallas was
Play
the
the landlord or the Casanova.
no. So the douchey like next door neighbor, the dude who played Larry, right? Dallas. That actor's name, the actual dude, his name is Richard Klein. And if anybody in the audience looks at like his actual like current uh image, he doesn't look anything like the actual Larry on the show. Like he looks totally different than what Larry used to look like. But moving forward, the landlord,
Maybe he lives down in South.
I didn't even source it. I didn't even look at the intel. But in terms of the landlord that was always peeping in to see if like if Jack was like gay or not, because he had some back of his mind kind of suspicion, like, wait, this is he really gay? That was Don Knotts. That was Ralph Furley. And
I
then
mean, he acted. I think he's the first one actually like supposed to, like I don't remember any TV show uh like such a dude acting a gay role, but he's not gay, but he is acting a gay role because of the circumstances. You see what
totally,
I mean?
you got it absolutely down pat. So then,
Yeah,
where it kind of like, where it tails off, where it tapers off, where it kind of ends, is that they're after Mr. Furley, who played the animated like landlord that was like, something's going on here and I don't understand, but Jack, but if you're gay, then why are you, then later,
he's
then
like a CIA kind of like
he's a CIA landlord. But then there was replacing Furley. There was the actor whose name in real life is Norman Fell, and Norman Fell played the character Stanley Roper. And what a lot of people, if they
oh yeah, I remember.
well, the significance of Stanley Roper is that there was a spin-off to Three's Company. There was a spin-off to Three's Company. And the spinoff was The Ropers. They actually had a spinoff called The Ropers where it was like the
Yeah, I remember.
Yep.
I remember.
Yep.
I remember. Yeah, I remember.
And so
They had
yeah, and well, so for the world audience, according to the internet, Three's Company ran from 1977 until 1984. The Ropers was 4 years. I'm sorry. The Ropers was 1979 until 1980. And man, like you said, those were some of the most magical times in world, American, and international, like global TV history. Those shows were so innocent, and like WKRP in Cincinnati, Three's Company, three,
yeah, WKRP Cincinnati,
bro,
Ohio.
bro.
Back in the days.
Nothing. Remember,
That was a true DJ show, remember? Like,
bro, 100. And remember how the world was so innocent back then? Remember how it was like the sound of the sound.
hey, Rob,
Yeah.
you're like,
Because
remember the song, remember the song, like, I think everybody, like, I don't know who's listening, but, like,
everybody
like,
everybody is listening.
WKRP,
In
remember the radio, like,
Cincinnati.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's so fucking, like, ultra dope, you know
Yes.
what I mean, like, sound-wise,
Yes.
you know?
Yes.
And you know how they rapped it back in the day, like I'm
Hyun.
sure like you guys can,
Hyun.
like maybe like watch reruns, but nobody's actually. I think PBS is
Hyun. Hyun.
talking.
Hyun.
Yeah,
Hyun. You know what's dope about what you said? You know what's dope about what you said is that there are cats who don't know the era, and they don't even know that in addition to what everything we just said, they don't even know that there was a character on another TV show back in that era whose name was Rerun, right? Remember Rerun? Remember the nigga named Rerun? Hold up, young. We about to hey, look.
shut up, please.
Okay,
Please.
I will.
Remember, then there were so many innocent like BT, like before BT era, like
Yeah.
shows, like oh man, what was the name of the show? Like
Well,
Red Fox,
yeah,
like a
yeah.
Red Fox.
Yeah, there was okay, so young, let's talk about it. Okay, so first of
But
all,
we're not talking about Bill Cosby. Number
uh
one,
yeah.
Ty Fox, Bill Cosby show, and the other shows. Okay,
But he's a
and
rapist now, and that we
Michael
on
J.
one
Fox,
on
Michael J. Fox is like
family
Family
ties,
Time.
family ties. Silver Spoons with Ricky Schroeder. So look for these mumble rappers who have no idea, but we're educating them. So the character Rerun, according to Wikipedia, he was on the TV show called What's Happening. Remember What's Happening? The TV show? What's Happening? And and that show, it says the first episode was in 1976. And it says
Oh, that's when I went to actually elementary school, like first grade, brother.
speaking of that, it says this. It says it's got 82% liked this TV show on Google. Raj, Dwayne, and Rerun are three working class young men dealing with school life, love, and the regular antics of teenagers growing up. They routinely launch apparently they had get rich quick schemes which regularly go awry. They also have to deal with the interference of Raj's bratty little sister Dee. Dude, all those. Did you watch Different Strokes, bro? Like, did you ever watch like Different
Oh,
Strokes?
did you just say different stroke?
I did. I did.
in the, what do you call that? Like, I actually watched that show when I was in Korea.
Yeah.
When I was a kid.
That's what I was gonna ask you. Where were you when you saw like different strokes? What, like, were y'all watching that in Korea?
No, like when I was a kid, I actually watched. My favorite show was The $6 Million Man.
Oh, with Steve Austin. Steve Austin, dude.
Absolutely, man. That show was like fucking dope.
6
That show.
million. So look, I just brought it up while we're talking and we're rolling. It has a 7.1 out of 10 on IMDb. 87% like the TV show on Google. Steve Austin, look, Steve Austin is an astronaut who is
He was a fucking like
G. He was G. It says Steve Austin is an astronaut who is seriously injured when his spaceship crashes. Handsome and yeah, handsome and athletic. Look, handsome and athletic. Austin undergo.
He represented. Look at it. His name was Austin, man. Remember back in the day, oil days, Texas. You know, like
Yeah, it's
he was from.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, oh, dude, man. Like
yeah,
$6 million.
yeah. This was on ABC. Listen. It says this: handsome and athletic. Austin undergoes a government-sanctioned surgery which rebuilds several of Steve's body parts with machine parts, making him cyborg-like. When Steve recovers, his machine parts enables him to have, and then it says more, and then okay, superhuman strength and speed as well as other powers. But young. Let's go back to WKRP for a minute for the audience. One of the things about
By the way,
yeah,
we do lateral talk.
of course.
So, like, you know, man, you gotta like catch up, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll be like talking like, like that.
Yeah, exactly. One of the things about
We'll
WKRP,
be talking like stupid dudes sometimes. It's all comedy, brother.
it's all man, this is all comedy. So look, Hyun, one of the dopest fucking episodes that these mumble rappers have no frame of reference for because they've never even heard of WKRP. But if they have,
I don't know, man.
like Hill Street Blues and Barney Miller and all this kind of stuff.
Like we all do that. So I'm not really like hating on them.
Yeah.
Like, I
No,
feel like,
yeah.
like I want to help them out.
Of
I want to
course.
help them out. There's talents out there, man. Fucking stupid, man. Like,
Right.
Like
Young
talk about like
Little Yachty.
yeah, all these motherfuckers.
Little Yachty, we love you, dude.
You all got like talent.
Yeah.
Like what I'm telling you, what Rob is saying,
Yeah.
basically the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Is get up on the history.
Your ass.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we talk about Kern, unless don't know history. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Get up on MASH. Get up on fucking, Laverne and Shirley.
Absolutely.
Nugga.
Like, fucking up on like cosplay.
Yeah.
Like fucking animation that you've seen, destruction, and like I mean, it's all cool. It's all fucking like like visual.
Totally.
Very graphic.
Vintage.
I like color.
Mork and Mindy.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. But like fashion, like you don't know, man. You don't know, like whatever you're wearing, whatever you're like, like putting on.
We did that.
It's basically the colors. It's all colors. But the colors.
Rainbows.
That you wear.
Yeah, it's all rainbow.
Man. You gotta know jet black. You gotta know
Yeah.
the black. You gotta know the brown. You gotta know the blonde. You
Yeah.
gotta know the white.
Yeah.
You gotta know all colors. It's not just the color that you think you know that you actually recently seen. It's not the rainbow that you actually saw the other night and the day the rain comes down and the sunny side goes up and It's all cool. It's all cool.
You think there's a leprechaun at the end of that rainbow with the pot of gold and shit?
Absolutely. You've seen the 7 colors.
You just saw the movie by J.R.R. Tolkien called The
Absolutely. I
Motherfucking
understand that.
Hobbit.
Absolutely. Color wise, you were just born. You see what I'm saying? It's like, like you go to school and they teach you what the colors are, but you never really understood those colors.
You
You know
never,
what I mean?
you niggas never really truly embraced the rainbow of colors and shit.
Absolutely. What is the color? It's not just the color that you paint. It's the color that you see in life.
Like skip,
Faces. They're
like
literally
yeah,
colored.
yeah,
Face. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Understand? So, yeah, if you don't really like hang out, go out, know their cultures, know what is behind yellow, what is behind white, but it's all bleaching. When it comes down to it, it's all like you all caught up on bleaching. Like you wanna
Ooh.
diminish your fucking colors.
There's a Japanese anime called Bleach too, though, that these niggas is like tuned into.
Yeah, I mean, like if you don't like it, you wanna bleach it.
Yeah.
Why? Like, so you wanna come up with some funky color? That's cool. You
Huh.
know what I mean?
Huh.
But bleaching is what you can do to just fucking turn your back, or you wanna be ignorant, you wanna stay where you are, right?
Yeah.
Doing the colors that you know, but there are a lot of colors out there. You know what I mean? There
There's
are
a
a lot of colors.
rainbow of shit that the niggas need to taste to get a bigger picture of the wider scope.
Oh man, rainbow is not. It's a fundamental, like universal, elementary colors.
Yeah.
But if you don't really know the concept of rainbow, don't talk about that. It's not gonna. It's not really, representing pride
Yeah.
and like gay and lesbian, and the other half and other quarter half. You know what I mean? That we're talking about. We protect them. We respect you.
100.
You know what I mean? But like I said, it's your color that you're in.
That's
Understand?
right. That's
But
right.
you gotta respect. Yeah, you gotta respect the original black, like legit black. Why is it black? Right? It's because it's dark black, right?
Yeah.
There's a red. You call it burgundy, right?
Yeah. Some
You
niggas
call
call it
it
maroon.
maroon, right?
Yeah.
So why is that, right?
Yeah. Who told them niggas to like think like that?
So so
Nigga, y'all call it Pyru. Y'all niggas call it Pyru.
yeah,
We
it's a
call it.
lateral talking, brothers and sisters, and I hope you understand. But you all get what we're talking about,
Yeah,
right?
we saying just be open to different colors of the rainbow and don't even try to resist it because it's just the
Don't
universe.
trip.
It's
Yeah, absolutely.
it's really iridescence because of rainbow and the science of it all. Like when y'all look at the rainbow and you're like, should I choose one color? Should I be brown? Should I be purple? Should I be pink? It's
Nah,
like
we gotta fucking bring on some guests, man. Like who could be our next guest to talk about this lateral shit?
I'd love to
Do
get
you know
to
anybody who can talk like us?
brother. Yeah, I because we in New York. I love to get. Yeah, I mean, I know that you're in Atlanta, but you've been up here in like Queens and shit. We need to get Takashi. We need to get Treyway. We need to get Dr. Dre. We need to get 50 Cent G Unit. We need to get Vlad TV. We need to get Cool G Rap. We need to get motherfuckers from Shade 45. We need to get niggas from like different hoods that need to in Chirac, of course, like the Midwest and the dirty South and the South Coast. We need to get niggas that need to understand and who want to help niggas understand. Like, if you trying to be one color, like that ain't flying in this universe. Like, it's about Skittles, nigga. Like, you gotta understand that it's a multi rainbow is shit, right? Like,
And to be honest with you, this is like all the listeners out there. I don't know how many are you or the Zillions, but like I said, whoever's listening, they know what we're talking about.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
they do.
You know what I mean? They exactly just talked about that? That's stupid, brother.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
That's so stupid, brother. Like, I know that. But, like, come on, brother.
and then
Just,
and then and then and then
get
there,
somewhere in between. But
yeah,
listen up, man. Like, you know
there's a
what I mean? Like,
fraction.
it's like,
Yeah. There's a
absolutely.
there's a fraction of the niggas that was listening that were like, I get it, but my friends need to understand it too, and they don't currently understand like how
So,
spectral.
like, you got different opinions about what we talk about. You know, you got to step up, man. You know, you got to join our podcast.
Of
You know, like,
course.
once a bro, like, he's probably on, air, like, BBC, hype prop,
My
like,
young
that,
Michael J.K. Choi,
yeah,
he be podcasting like internationally on some G shit, totally around the clock with me.
I be on this show. I was on your show most of the time. Like, I think I was the most frequent guest on your
you
show,
were
right?
you were fucking the first ever on number one. Like if niggas go back to the first podcast, like it was like, dude, it was Uno. And you know, and so look, this is so one of the things I want to talk about is that is so revolutionary that you brought this up. And I love you and the brethrens and all of us, like men's, women's. One of the things that WKRP in Cincinnati touched upon, which y'all like,
Right.
I mean, my young like Michael J.K. Choi, he knows there's an episode. There's an episode of WKRP where this dude is a gang member, and it doesn't actually go into exactly what his gang is, but here's the significance of it. What happens is he has a dilemma in life, and he happens to be on the show. And one of the newscasters on WKRP in Cincinnati says, listen, dude, I'm going to save your life. I know you're fucked up in this gang world. So here's what we're going to do. Make me a deal. I want to help you and I want to help your rival gang. And he's like, well, what are you talking about? And he's like, here's the deal. If I can explain to you how an atom works, in other words, the basic principles of like atomic nuclei. Like there's an atom with an electron and a neutron and a proton. If just give me 60 seconds of my time on this earth. Bear with me. If you understand it, just dude, if I can explain it to you, please make a deal with me that you'll stop being a member of the gang. And the dude was like, okay, I'm up for anything. No. He was like, okay, go ahead, do it. Like, I give you props if you can do it. He's like, okay, you're with this gang and this is your hood. Okay. At the center of this is this. Okay. Say in the center, say you're in the outer realm and you're overseeing the gang. Okay. You're an electron spinning around the like middle of all this shit that's going on. And then in the middle, you've got this proton, right? That's the proton realm. So you're looking at these niggas that are in the circle of what you're doing, right? But you gotta balance it out. So basically, at the end of this epic episode, this dude that was in this gang understood that what he was doing was totally insignificant in the multiverse of like the universe of the cosmos, and they hugged and the dude was like, I'm done with gangs, dude. Like you blew my fucking mind. Like I don't even understand why I was ever part of a criminal organization. That was WKRP in Cincinnati, bro. And
Absolutely.
bro,
I
that
remember. Yeah, I remember that episode. Yeah,
exactly
I remember.
the innocence of that era. There aren't any raps nowadays. There aren't any raps. There aren't any raps where people say, hey, you just listen to my hardcore rap where I shot up the city, I nuclear bombed the territory. We did a biological.
Not really.
No.
I know exactly where you're getting at. Remember I told you like Teddy Riley, Aaron Hall back in the day.
The new
Like,
Jack Swing era. Hyung, speak and I'm silent. Speak. Tell the audience where we need to go back to for the realm of innocence, man.
Well, I grew up, listening to Teddy Riley and Babyface.
Who was Teddy Riley? Explain to this generation who Teddy Riley
Teddy
was.
Riley was a Brooklyn-born, musician. He was, but then, obviously when you get into music, you get, you get involved with, gangster shit,
Of course.
Why? Because, like drugs are involved,
Right.
You got the BC, back in the days, these motherfuckers were doing like BCB, like.
Everyone was.
Yeah. And, the music was great. Music was great. When you were that high, man, you come up with some funky shit.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, which is cool. And I like that. And there's nothing wrong with that shit. But, it's not something that you want to promote. Nobody really talks about it. But then these boys, when they get old, they will talk about it. And I recently saw, interview Teddy Riley, like looking fresh, man, still young, like
He aged well, right?
Yeah, he still like talks on the mic, like he still knows like a little swag back in the days. Like people talk swag and shit, but like when you talk about like how Teddy Riley talks, he's been always smooth talker.
Hyung, since you're a vocalist, do a rendition of Teddy Riley. Like, how would he sound on the mic when he's like, I'm Teddy Riley? Like, how does he sound?
He's gonna be like, when you look at his music, man, his music is so gangsta.
Yeah.
And everything combined, it's like EDM'd up.
Yeah.
He's got he's got like, James Brown. He's got the
Funky drummer samples with the electro.
Yeah, I mean, he was a well-off kid. I remember he's not really a ghetto boy. Like, you can't really be a producer, when you come from a really ghetto.
Yeah.
I mean, like, look at Dr. Dre, man. I mean, was he really a ghetto boy?
Totally.
Like, look at Snoop. Like, Snoop, even the artist, like Snoop, he said he's from, like, Compton and, hood. I mean, I'm sure he spent, like, some time there,
but he graduated. Hyung. We meet Snoop in person. We shake his hand. He loves us. We love him. But let's be honest. He graduated from high school, and it's like, wow, you gangsta and you graduate. Yeah, no, totally. Like, he had the cardigan, like Calvin Brodus, like looking all clean, like Daniel. Yeah. Like Tekashi 6ix9ine. We love Tekashi, but he had the cool look with the scarf and shit, going to the like private school and shit. I don't know that Tekashi went to the private, but no, they look good. They were innocent. It was an innocent look before they were gangster.
Exactly. Whether you're formally publicly educated or musically educated privately.
Yeah, public figure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Niggas who were formerly public figures.
Yeah, formerly publicly educated.
Dope.
They know how to run the money.
Of course.
You may be talented, probably how to rap better than anybody else. You may come from a Compton and you don't really know how to how the street life is.
Or had
why Compton has to be more like why it has to be rubbish.
or
Possibly grow up in like your world. Hear your story.
Or who
talk about niggas talking about like living off the
Or they made $1 million in real estate before they were ever in the game. Yeah, totally.
I see some of the DJs. He said like, yo, what's up, man? Like, he said like, they run into this like boys like, like okay, even like 6ix9ine, right?
Yeah,
Like,
Tekashi, Daniel.
6ix9ine will come up with like let's just say like some of the like podcasts, like publicly podcasts, like homeboys, like they think they're black.
Like a public enemy transmission or something.
Yeah, like they represent the whole like R&B and hip hop music.
Yeah.
Right? And they call it it's our music.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, who the hell are you? I look at him, he's got the white face. He's like half and half. He looks like a Mediterranean. He calls himself black.
Yeah.
So like, okay, that's fine, man. Maybe dad, maybe like someone. Like, so are you talking about like being black as you got a dad that was a black?
Yeah.
Do you think you're like representing you think you're representing James Brown, brother?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, James Brown is black. You know what I mean?
Oh, that nigga black as fuck.
So, are you saying you're representing James Brown, or are you representing hip hop? Like, are you representing Dr. Dre, or who are you fucking representing? What the fuck are you talking about? I actually saw it, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's like, I think it was 6ix9ine, like, who got on the air. And, like,
You said, I love Tekashi 6ix9ine. You said the nigga got up on the microphone and shit.
I mean, like, Tekashi actually counterpunched this motherfucker.
Oh shit, you said he sucker punched him in his neck and shit, like, fuck off, bitch.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, like they want to like, kind of like, get that little vibe going, like,
Trying to talk down a little. Was they trying to talk down a little bit?
To see like, how he reacts.
Test a nigga's heart and shit. Test his metal.
But like 6ix9ine is not stupid. You know what I mean?
Hell no, he ain't bitch. He's a marketing genius.
Yeah, you invite me over here, you gonna give me all this shit, brother? Are you serious, man? You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
He's like, I fuck with Concept P. He's like, I got a dope producer behind me. Yeah.
And then you gonna like talk about that? You gonna try to like knock me down on the corner, brother?
Right. He's like, I'm from the corner, motherfucker. Like, I had shoes out of a dumpster. Like, why you trying to pigeonhole me? Like, nigga, I'm rich and shit. Like, why you bring me on your show? Yeah.
I'm gonna change that shit.
Okay.
Like Jordan, Robert Taylor,
Yeah.
Roman, 495 crew. We're gonna change all that shit.
Yeah.
Okay? Because hip hop is not your music. Okay?
Yeah.
It's not her music. It's not his music. Okay?
It's all the people's music.
It's not my music.
Right.
Okay? It's our music.
Yes.
Understand?
Yes.
Okay? It's our music. Okay? So are you gonna say because I'm a like South Korean boy, like, who dominates like, in TV,
Yes,
like,
you
multimedia, music video.
do.
So,
Yeah.
So are you gonna say, like, just because I did that, and I'm gonna like talk about like, oh man, so like whatever you do, man, like you're gonna have to watch it on TV, which I made, so you're gonna have to suck my dick. I made the stereo. I made the Walkman, right?
Yeah.
I made the Walkman. I made the CD player. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay? And I made the record player. I made the DJ machine.
Yes.
I made the beat machine.
You made the turntables, the ones and twos. Wiki, wiki, scratch, wiki, wiki. DJ Qbert. Yeah. Musical composition, sheet music.
Okay, so you did all that, but actually you did it on my beat machine that I created. So it was
Drum roll.
So about that like that.
Nobody.
You know what I mean?
Young, just us.
Exactly.
Just us.
Exactly, man.
We're the
So,
newest.
like, I don't
We're
know.
the newest analysts out. We're the only ones that are talking about the schematics and the blueprints with 4.5. It's just us. Nobody talks about the intricate.
When I hear like a national podcast,
Yeah.
nonsense, man.
Yeah.
Nonsense. You know, I recently saw an interview about the famous podcast, and you know, just wanted to like peek in. I'm
Yeah.
not really interested. But,
you said it's a national podcast. It's a top flight shit, but I ain't interested.
these guys have like
Who is it?
Zillions.
Young, name it. I know you will. Was it Turk TV? Young Turks. Young Turks.
Dude, like, I mean, how many reviews? Okay, let's talk about reviews.
Yeah.
Let's talk about like way down, hard, like level shit.
Rush in the morning. I call it a fuck. I call it a devastation.
Exactly. It's like, am I a chicken? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like a chicken with his head cut off, running around like, yeah.
You want me to like give you an egg every day, brother?
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, are you serious, man? Are you gonna really like do that?
Young, I'm gonna put this out there. You're talking about Russ Parr. I don't dislike him. Like I've never met Russ Parr. I don't know the dude, but his fucking radio station is stupid, dude.
I don't know. I'm not saying that. But
I did. I did.
Like, yeah, but what I'm saying is that
I don't dislike him, but his radio fucking morning shit is like Russ Parr in the morning. Russ Parr, yeah. Russ Parr.
I mean, to be honest with you, like they have that media power, but they kiss ass. Kiss ass all
They
the time,
do.
man.
They kiss advertising. They suck. One of the white dudes, one of the white dudes I was rolling with tonight, he said, a big bag of dicks. No, listen, I don't dislike Russ Parr, but I don't like his radio shit.
Make a living, but you know that's not the way I would. I definitely don't want to be in the you know like media like map where I have to meet him and introduce myself. You know
I'll
what I
talk to Russ Parr.
mean? Like,
I'll be like, hey, Mr. Parr, I've never met you before, but I got to tell you something. The shit in the morning time sucks dick. It's not funny. Your fucking show, it's like, Russ Parr in the morning. I'm like, dude.
hey man, so like, hey man, like show the audience what you can do, right?
Yeah.
And, like I know you did this, and you know like here and then West Coast, East Coast,
Yeah.
and you know you somehow made it. I don't know how.
I love Russ
like,
Parr, dude. I don't dislike him. Yeah, I ain't hating.
you know what I mean?
He's
I don't
getting money.
like that same concept. You know what I mean? It's been like that from the beginning of the podcast, like Larry King shit.
Yeah, we was talking about Larry King, Jay-Z, the interviews. Yeah.
Okay, Larry King is a legend. Okay, I understand. But
Fuck
he's not
yeah.
doing anything different. You know what I mean? Than what you actually read up on the Larry King how to talk to people.
Right, niggas ain't fucking with Walter Cronkite and Larry King. Larry King is a G, and Walter Cronkite is a G, and Peter Jennings is a G. Absolutely, young. Like you're saying, if the niggas in the game and they're rapping, if they ain't on those shows, that they ain't really doing that shit.
You know, I actually, I'm glad that you mentioned. I'm sorry to cut you off, but you know, like Jay-Z. I actually recently saw like Jay-Z, right? Like you know, like Beyonce's husband now.
Yeah, no, they're Rockefeller. We can't fuck with them. I mean, even if you and I don't necessarily like his raps. I don't know Jay-Z. What's up, Jay-Z? I like Nas. Nas is Illmatic. I
music is cool, man.
Hyun. The world knows, Jay-Z knows. Look, Jay-Z's a nigga who's from the streets in New York. He understands. He's kind of like you. And he understands that look, Hyun, what you're saying is this. Jay-Z knows that if you and I walk up on him and we shake his hand on the red carpet, like, what's up, G? He's like, okay, I get it. Like, we don't hate him. We don't really like.
No, Jay-Z's not gonna talk to you. Jay-Z's not gonna talk to nobody.
Well, Jay-Z understands. Jay-Z understands. Look, Hyun. Jay-Z understands that you and I took over the rap game with 495. But check game. He's a G in the fact that, like, I can shake his hand with you on a red carpet and have a love connection. Where on a G level, he's like, yeah. And he's like, listen, and he's like, hey, my name is Jay-Z and I'm married to Beyonce. Fuck you, Robert Lee Taylor Grove, and fuck Michael J. Cushing. But I get it. I don't really hate y'all. I ain't feeling y'all, but I get it. You're over me in the G status, and we can equally say the same thing to him because it's business, and we don't really truly hate him. Like, yeah.
No, man, you're going too much. The only thing I said was like, Jay-Z, my brother. You going too much in that. You like actually going two steps. We just actually stand, okay, brother. Okay. So when you go like hip hop, you gotta go left, then you gotta right, then the left, right, and arms up, halfway up. There's a routine. But long story short, brother, like I wasn't talking about like what Jay-Z and like Jay-Z's empire and what he has done.
Or our empire, 495, and what we do. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
I like Jay-Z.
No, listen.
He's cool.
I'm a twin tower, right?
Yeah.
We got twin tower buildings. Okay, so
Yeah.
like, so I'm looking around the tower, south side.
Yeah.
So I see the metal, and I'm not hating on nothing, man.
No.
I like his music, but what I'm talking about is like basically when you talk to Larry, actually, what he actually talked about with Larry was a little bit funny.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. Yeah.
That's what I was saying. I like him.
Yeah. Like I think most of the audience would not kind of watch like talking with Larry, but was actually like religiously following TV.
Yeah.
They'll watch him. You know what I mean? And he was actually being real. But what I actually saw was like he was actually going through a very different time, like very hard time.
Divorce?
He didn't really. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My bad.
I think that was the kind of. But when I watched him, I kind of felt like, that's cheesy. You know what I mean? Like, what is he on? Like, is he on like some kind of depression medicine or something?
Yeah.
I kind of like. I was kind of like, man, that's not Jay-Z. But like I said, people age, people go through cycles.
Of course.
Yeah, absolutely. And
so Jay-Z was down to earth. Jay-Z was down to earth talking about like New York before like you and I and 495 took over New York.
To be honest with you, like when Jay-Z did all his tracks, most of the tracks that I really liked was actually like he actually like when Audubon was after 2000.
Okay.
Like right before, yeah, and that's where he actually made most of his money. And the way I look at it is, he was like was actually doing the thing that I was thinking back in the day. And
Huh.
I was just thinking, I was just
Huh.
thinking, but he actually recorded it. He actually did it. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Okay.
So all the tracks and all the remixes, all the collaboration that he did back in the day, including the Mark and shit like that, it was it was something that I was like, man, and it is what the fuck, man, like fuck Jay-Z, motherfucker, him first, dude. I thought about that shit, and I know all the listeners out here, you all think the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, true. And I'm one of them too. So like, when you look at it, there's a little bit of hate and love situation. But I like it. I like his music. His music is dope. His message is dope. What he's doing with his money is dope.
Like I said,
How
I
he
don't I
actually,
don't I don't
man.
I don't I don't hate Jay-Z. Like some people like actually like don't like him. They're like, God damn Jay-Z fucking asshole. Like I'm gonna see. No, I don't dislike him. I mean shit,
Who do
he's
you think? Hey, so bro, who do you think is there any beef? Between 50 and Jay Z? No, no,
a
right?
hundred fucking percent, bro. Like no, listen, in all fairness, here's the deal.
What kind of rule lies between them?
So okay, so here's the deal. These niggas may have like met up on some G shit and been like, we're gonna create this fake ass shit where it's all made up and contrived. Like I'm gonna go there first, awesome shit. Um, I don't I don't know that like I don't know that Curtis Jackson actually true. Curtis Jackson is one of the fucking most savviest like businessmen. I like 50 Cent G Unit. Like we put this out there. But the,
He
but
actually did the East Coast and West Coast. He's like one of the rap artists after Biggie Small and Tupac and back in the days when there was
totally,
East Coast
totally.
collaboration.
So
He
so
actually did. Remember the track that he did with the game? You know,
100
I remember
JC
it.
on Taylor. Yeah, so look. So I'm gonna answer your question.
Yeah.
So here's the answer to your question. It's like this. I'm gonna be real. Worldwide audience. If it's like Wrestling Federation and I have to choose sides, dude, it's a no-brainer. I'm gonna fucking roll with like G Unit and fucking 50, right? I don't but I gotta be clear about something. There's two different types of people in this world. I don't hate Jay-Z. There's niggas that I do hate and I wish them death, like in fucked up shit. No, dude. Like, I don't hate. No. But in the context of New York, there are rappers who don't like Jay Z.
Because they already did.
Well, yeah, I understand that. But what I'm saying is that, like, I don't hate Jay Z like that, and I don't hate him. But if I had to choose between, like, okay, we're playing like flag football. Which team do you want to be on? I'd be like, fucking 50 Cent's team, like, you know, Um, so no, like, dude, I like Jay Z, but like, I just, I wish Jay Z would step up his game. A lot of times, Jay Z, he talks like he's not really rapping. He's just like, Hova, I'm rapping, I'm talking, and then I'm married to Beyonce, and I'm like, whack, you know. Whereas like G Unit's like G Unit, it's a different. Ah, I mean, look, dude, I like Curtis Jackson. I like 50 Cent. Jay
No,
Z.
to be honest with you, 50 was probably the best outcome out of the like New York represent.
Yeah.
Like I know he's not from New York. He lives in Hampton. But
Whoa. I think he is from New York though.
anyway, he made it to Hampton, I guess. But listen,
He's in
what I'm trying to
Jersey.
say is that
He's in Jersey.
yeah, I'm not talking. I don't really know like where you grew up and shit. I don't really
believe it's New York. Hyung, who do you like? Like straight up, like they're all listening to us. Like, do you? I mean, and there's no like nobody. You like Jay-Z versus like uh Curtis Jackson? The world wants to know.
Well, I like
Okay,
I like
nice. He likes to hear that on the airway.
he actually was when he talked about pussies and
Yeah,
bodies and clubs, it
yeah.
just made more sense. You know what I mean?
Okay, now let me ask you something. Since you and I don't actually like some rappers, because again, some rappers actually hate Jay-Z. I don't have any reason to hate him. I'm with 52, but let's say we're all at the table smoking cigars. Young, what is it about like Jay-Z? Like, would you tell him like tighten up your raps? Like, I get it, you're with Beyonce, or you're like, yo, you're dope, but
No, he was very well. You know, he was not really an artist
Jay-Z,
as far as like raw talent
Jay-Z.
artist. Yeah, Jay Z was not. He's not really a rapper.
Cause he could be sitting here right now. I'm just wondering, and he doesn't care, dude. He's just listening. You know what I mean? And he will hear this. Someone will direct him to this podcast. Now.
Way I look like that, I
Yeah,
don't really see like too much of a gangster side. I don't really see the struggle. I don't really
he
see
didn't
the
have
gun
it.
in him.
He didn't have it. Listen,
Yeah,
listen, listen, listen,
so
listen. Let's say he's young. Just let me clarify something. Let's say he's a homie. Let's say we're all friends. Let's just pretend 50's sitting here with us. Jay-Z's on one side. Look, Jay-Z's not a bitch. He's not a fucking whack ass nigga. He made his fortune. He's no. Young, the world knows you didn't mean that. What I'm saying is this. Where Jay-Z comes into play is this. He had people that like Slick Rick, he had like family members who were trying to take his riches. And so way back in the day, he had to arm himself up to defend himself against people that were like trying to get over on him. The fundamental difference between Jay-Z and 50 Cent, whether they probably talk to each other, they're probably fucking totally friends in real life, like totally playing a role like they're enemies. The thing about a 50 Cent is just a nigga that's like, get the strap. And Jay-Z's like, I'm with Beyonce, like I'm chilling. I'm with Universal, like I mean, that's really honestly the difference. It's like 50 cents like the nigga that's wild out, like you and me with the N. It's like, nigga, this shit's crazy. You unit. Whereas like Jay-Z's like, I'm with Universal, I'm just cooling out. You know what I mean? They're probably all buddies, bro. You know that shit.
absolutely, absolutely. So like, like that's exactly what I'm talking about. That you cannot really like. I don't know him personally,
I
to
don't
be honest with you.
either. And they're
Yeah,
probably both laughing
yeah,
at us like these niggas
but
trying to figure us out.
yeah, like
We'll figure it
it's
out one
funny that
day. We'll sit with both of them one day.
brother. Like it's like I mean, you live in Brooklyn. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
yes.
And I know so many people who grew up in Brooklyn. Like
You were
my
in
nieces.
Queens. You were in Queens.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
I am.
And you're
I
gonna come back out here
landed
too.
myself
You're gonna come back
in
out here too.
1984.
Yeah. Exactly.
1984, man. That's
Yeah.
where I first, landed my 2 feet down.
Yeah.
Was in New York,
Like my
and
homeboys
I
who's in
remember.
like my
Yeah, I
homeboys
remember. I
like
remember.
my homeboy Chili who's in federal prison right now, YC1. He said 10 toes to the ground. When he gets out in March, it's yeah, no, exactly. Like when you touch down,
Absolutely,
that
brother.
was your hood.
And I
Was
was just
that's
like
your
cruising through Flushing, Queens, Brooklyn
absolutely.
Boulevard back in the days. You know,
Yes, yes.
and I did a lot of walking on Manhattan from uptown. downtown.
Upper East Side, Upper West Side, up, down, around the town. Yeah.
Absolutely. Been around. You know what
Yes.
I mean? And last time I actually did, I have few friends in Long Island.
Nice.
They live in a fucking like, like, big house.
Yeah. I love Long Island, by the way, for y'all listeners. There's something about Long Island. I know traffic is crazy now. I like Long Island though. I don't have to be in Manhattan every day. Yeah.
And I've been there and done that, but somehow, my parents wanted me to go to fucking, like, school down in McLean.
McLean. Yeah.
My
Less
parents
traffic.
didn't want me to,
Less
like, go up
traffic.
to New York, where I could have been dead a long time ago,
Right.
because I'm always curious. I've been always curious, when I was young.
Yes.
I did stupid shit,
We all did.
my parents are actually right. Like, if I actually lived in New York, like, what could I, possibly have become? That's mysterious.
Same thing with Rosendo. Same thing with the homie. Send the Soul Stealer from 495. He was in L.A. His mom and dad wanted him to move up. Yeah. Of course.
You don't know. You don't know.
Of course.
Absolutely. Yeah. So.
But if we're sitting at the table playing poker, obviously you and me, we're like, okay, 50's on one side, Jay-Z's on the other side. We're gonna roll with 50. Like we got that.
So what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to wrap up the story tonight with you about, our story to the end.
Yeah.
Like, I like artists back in the days who was very well traveled.
Yeah.
Who was very well networked.
Yes.
Like East and West and South. And those are actually boys who actually made it big, and they actually have all the respects in the book of the hip hop.
Yes.
And I don't really know any artist who says like, well, man, I only represent my coast, my city.
Yeah.
Made it big. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But Young, wait, hold on. Just so the world knows, there's always an era where there are people who shine, right? Right now, you and I and 495 and level 4, we're the biggest shit out on the market right now, and these niggas is about to find this out. Like, so now that you're
we already have actually.
Let me frame it like this. So on the chess game of it all, just like Daniel Hernandez, Tekashi 6ix9ine, who is the son of 50 Cent, Curtis Jackson, right? And Jay-Z's in on it because we already know it's all like connected, right? So Young, since they know we're like West Coast, East Coast connected, and now we're gonna do our thing because they did it. It's like how many? They're 10 for 10. Okay, cool. Now it's our turn. Since now you're actually being humble and you're approaching the mic pretending, and I pretend too, like we're underground, but we're actually.
Well, this is all about comedy. Remember, like,
well, it starts off as comedy, right? It's bro, 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 we're internet. We're internet, and there's no such thing where people listen to you and they think you're a new dude. Like, now that people know we're number one in the whole world and we're actually like the next NWA, I understand you're being humble, But now that we're creeping up, and when people look back on this like podcast, like, man, these dudes were being humble, but they were also but they were also clowning because they knew they were at the top of the game, just like Takashi knew before he fucking broke out. Like, bro, what do you want to say to niggas that didn't support us when they should have been on board because they knew we were about to be multi-zillionaires, bro? And that's what the world wants to know.
Well, yeah, I can always laugh about it because it's like that kind of a message cannot be just thrown out because even
I just threw it out, young.
emphasize.
I just threw it out, young.
Listen up. Like, look at all this niggas on YouTube. Like, they're trying to motivate other people
Yeah,
to do some shit.
the
Get up
gurus,
on it.
the
You know,
gurus.
like, are you tired of like getting up, like, and going to 9 to 5 job,
Right.
and like you want to make extra income?
Look
Like, you wanna
behind
do
me.
this,
Hey, were you about to just watch Cool G rap, who's like 56 years old? I don't know his actual age. We'll just say he's 80 years old. Were you about to watch the new rap video on fucking YouTube? Take a second to understand. You see that bridge in the background? Do you know what that represents? It means that I made $1 zillion last year. And it's like, fuck you. Fuck you.
Like, you know what was so phenomenal? That like that's so like I guess like that's probably the general state of mind at this point. Like when you look at like I watch like Korean soccer, national soccer, like playing or Major League, or
Yeah.
like I recently watched Dodgers game with Milwaukee. But when you watch YouTube, there's always a fucking like most played commercial.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to create your own website?
Yeah. It's like,
Let me show you.
plug in your information and pay $500 and we'll teach you to be a G.
Yeah, and like, oh my god, they're paying like stupid amount of money to pay for the advertisers. Like, they're actually. I mean, that's what's going on now. Like, people do Instagram, Facebook,
Snaps.
like
Snapchats.
I mean, like, like, to be honest with you, Instagram stole everything from Snap, so
Fuck
Snap
yeah.
is a little bit dogged out. But like I said, people have social media like tools such as Facebook. Nobody's really doing Facebook anymore, but to be honest with you, you gotta go back to Facebook because people actually is I know they're like talking about like cybersecurity and shit, how you contact like all that, but but to be honest with you, what is it? Your credit card,
Yeah.
your phone bill,
Hell yeah.
you're like whatever you sign up to get some free shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're out there, and rather than that, just connect with. You have all these tools like Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter,
MySpace.
you know what I mean?
What are you, man?
MySpace. You know how they did that MySpace shit like
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But anyway, like, why do I get that like topic?
Well,
Anyway,
because young, here's why. Here's why. Everybody who's listening to us right now, right? As my ball cap tips at 80 degrees to some
I
G
know
shot.
people they're peeping. They're like,
Dude, 100%. So like
the rats.
like
rats. Like rats. I'm not here, audience. I'm sorry.
you talking about Yo MTV raps?
Remember the rats? You know how like rats, they can hear shit at night.
Yeah. Yo, listen, you clown hard. Listen. Everybody, listen. Everybody in the world knows. No. Look. Everybody in the world knows that we're the next shit that takes over the rap game. They all know we're the next NWA. Everybody laid the groundwork, dude, and they're like, run with it. Everybody,
I
no,
just talked to all my K-pop boys too. You know, they're like,
give
you
them
gotta
props.
understand.
Give them
My
props. Since we just took over the rap game, give them props. Nada, right? Just fucking everybody. Part. Dog. Since every YG, yeah,
like representing South Korea, like national team.
yeah,
It's like they're like they're actually making billions, millions.
Billies.
And
We call that
these
bill
guys
tickets.
these guys are getting like these guys are well off. Their life is good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Niggas.
Like back in the back in the like Reagan days, back in the everybody was living a life.
You said the Reagan days. The days of Reaganomics when like Noriega was doing a Ron Contra affair shit.
I'm from Washington D.C., man.
Yeah.
I'm glad like they call National Airport like Reagan National Airport.
Yeah.
There was some other president name.
Yeah. Which neighborhood?
I would never fly in and out.
Northeast, southeast, northwest, southwest. Which part of DC?
What I'm trying to do is like Reagan days in the 80s.
Yeah.
Those were the fucking prime time. Like when you're living in the U.S., all the people, Americans, you all got to listen. Your parents grew up in the 80s, where like we're in the 80s and 70s. It's like fucking like what South Koreans are living.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
I love South Korea.
Like South Korea, Japan. Look at like if you've never been there, like East, like see some of the lifestyle they live.
And if you have any kind, and by the way, if you have any kind of like composure about you, go to South Korea and fucking be about it, like on a diplomatic level. Hell yeah.
Like, to be honest with you, that's why all my Korean leaders, they're like, fuck the game in U.S., man.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
It's lame.
Like, we already topped you in charge.
We did it. Beat it.
Yeah.
YouTube is already. I'm gonna put it out there right now because it's time. It's time. Listen, y'all know Rich Brian.
They may hate on us, man.
They can. Hate. Well, they hated on 6ix9ine. They hated on the homie 6ix9ine. Well, we're gonna tell them why. We're gonna tell them why. So listen, y'all audience. Here's the deal. You know Rich Brian from 88 Rising? Okay. Well, dope. That's dope that y'all know Chigga. This is the introduction of Knigga. My homeboy is Michael J.K. Joy, Knigga. And what Knigga means is this. It means Korean nigga. And you might think that's stupid, but the one thing is when you come back in time space on the hyperlens, when you realize, wait a second, they took over the rap game. Like they're not even playing. Like they were just being kosher about it with a 6-point star. My dude, Michael J.K. Choi, there's no other artist in the world who ever said, my shit is Knigga level. Michael J.K. Choi, aka Mike Choi. Why don't you break down to these fools what it means when you say, I'm a Knigga. I'm a Knigga. Yeah. Korean nigga. Because I'm Korean.
Basically means living in poverty. Okay? Correct?
Yeah, this is what Knigga means.
Living project.
Yeah.
Like with no medical care.
No
social benefit from the society.
No Obama.
Okay, so what you got?
No Obama.
No education.
Yeah.
No education either.
Yeah.
No education either. So when you have that, when you are banged up in that situation, the only thing that you want to do is to survive out of this fucking like 7 sequence.
Trapping.
That is mocking you.
Yeah.
Correct, though?
Mocking Jay, trap out.
Basically, the black music actually started with fundamental, okay?
Yeah.
But they actually some 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 of the folks actually renaissanced it.
Yeah.
Some of the folks actually got angry with it.
Mm.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, like such as like, like James Brown, he's not really talking about violence. He's like smoking weed and doing drugs, PCV, like to get away, escape from the, current.
He's like Smokey Robinson.
Yeah, from the reality where actually he's embracing his. Actually, when you listen to his music, it's very sad.
Yeah.
Like such a song, like like anything that you listen, he's like, oh, he has this like fucking like soulful beat. He's got the pitch of like fucking like, oh my god, you still get goosebumps out of listening to this motherfucker.
What's
right?
the name? What's the name of the track? What's the name of the track for you?
Like when I say motherfucker, it's like he's cool. You know what I mean? Like don't get that shit wrong, okay, brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Okay? When I call somebody motherfucker, that he's my hero. Yeah. So like when
James Brown.
he did the escape, he basically did the escape music away from the reality kind of shit. And some of the niggas were like, man, fuck that shit, man. We're gonna talk about it real.
Yeah.
Alright? But unfortunately, it's not real. You know what I mean? Some did. Okay, some did, but it was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Okay? It was phenomenal way, like, the story. Like, story was so honest. Like B.B. King back in the day.
Oh shit, you said B.B. King.
Yeah. Like, look at B.B. King's music. Like, he's talking about sad. I'm not gonna tell you, man, so much about it, okay? But there's a music like B.B. King and James Brown, okay?
Yeah.
And the reality versus like trap music. Basically, what it is hip hop versus trap now, okay?
Yeah.
Some boys will talk about it, real gangsta shit, right? But anyway, long story short, am I making sense or no? But
you're making 100%.
Too much.
Nah, man, you're fucking on point. These dudes just need to understand.
Yeah, so what I'm trying to do is, what 495 is trying to do is, like, you gotta know the history. If you don't know the history, you gotta read up on the history. You gotta listen to more music, and you gotta listen to our podcast more if you want to get educated.
Yes.
If you want to know some of the era of music that you want to talk about with us, you're more than welcome to join our podcast. 495.
Yeah.
Casting. We're always casting. We're always looking for new members. We're always looking for new talents. And if you got it, let me know. If you share a different view, let us know.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
That is correct.
So we're up for that. You can email me. And you can email, Once a Grow, right?
What's your email address, man, for motherfuckers who try to get down with the shit? Or you got, better yet, what's up on the Twitter? You got a Twitter fade? You in Twitter burst? Instagram? How about Instagram?
You can find me on iMikeChoy. You can find me on iMikeChoy. Instagram, iMikeChoy.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. It's just iMikeChoy everything. Okay. Then you will find me on Twitter and Instagram. And I don't really do as much of a music thing with the Instagram, so don't if you're out there trying to have fun with me.
No funny shit, y'all. No funny shit, motherfuckers. We ain't playing that shit. We don't fuck with Jakes and Marks, man. No funny shit.
Wrap everything up. Talk about music. That's what we're trying to do. Music roots, man. If you don't know how to net
Yeah.
The new music is going to actually pretty much stay where you are. And I don't really know anybody who actually influence anybody else, who actually didn't follow that route. So that's what we're doing. And if you want to follow us, then go ahead. But if you don't want to follow us, that's fine. But do it like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And the other thing that I would want to point out is this. So these cats, man, if they do have any kind of talent, like how would they be taken to the next level if they like connect with you?
I mean, it's already doing everything on social media. You're actually, putting content out there. And I know contents are out there. You can put contents out there. But then if you don't really connect with the right people, it's just, it's like, without the teamwork, it's really going to be hard for you to make it no matter what. To be honest with you, any solo artist out there, it's not just the one solo artist. You gotta have management, you gotta have the posse, you gotta have the legal, you gotta have the marketing team. But before all that, I'm not even talking about all that shit. You gotta have a one good friend. Another friend, if you have two friends, that's gonna be even better. If you have four friends, that's good, man. If you got five friends, now you gotta get. Understand?
Yes. And then there's a whole
Mathematics. It's mathematics.
100%. And then there's a whole concept of niggas without talent. Like they gotta have talent too. Like they can't just be like, yeah, gotta have talent when you come up on the shit. Like you can't even just be about like nothing. Yo, so if somebody has enough talent, bro, and they fucking connect up with you in 495 level 4 and Mike Choi, man, like what happens after that shit? I mean, if a nigga, if an oh shit, you said they got to step up. How would they step up the game? Like, what would be a step up? Like, what would that mean?
You gotta contribute. You gotta put a hard work. You gotta be able to connect. And you all doing out there doing something. All the musicians out there, you got a clever idea. You're intelligent, but you're always, looking at the half a side of the story. And dark side of the moon is always gonna hurt you.
Ooh, the dark side of the moon, the far side of the moon. Does that basically mean in conclusion, Young? Does that mean that if somebody has some kind of like something when they come to the fore, when they step forward, does that involve like skills, or can they just be like, I don't have skills, but I'm just gonna like say some stupid shit? What is your policy?
Anything. I think, like whoever's listening out there that has enough of a patience to listen to our
They've come this far.
I mean, we're just having fun, like
Yeah,
you and me, like, I'm in Atlanta, you're
yeah,
in New York,
yeah,
we're just talking on the phone,
yeah,
talking about lateral shit,
yeah. We just
and
having
to
fun.
a lot of people, it's not gonna make any sense, you know,
Exactly.
and but people who actually understand what we're talking about is
Yeah,
the kind of people that we want to communicate. You know
of
what I mean?
course, of course.
Absolutely. So there are a lot of talents out there. Like if you're like good at making videos, you know how to shoot camera, you know how to edit, you know how to like fly drones, you know how to like
He's
how to make beats. You know
yeah,
what I mean? You know
yeah.
how to rap differently. Okay, but don't humble yourself about like I'm not really that good as such an artist. Fuck that, man. You all grew up, like reference from somebody. Okay?
Mike is being humble because he grew up actually being like a highly
I
talented
mean,
like
like
artist.
be honest about what you
Yeah.
And this is what you're following, and this is actually what you're copying.
Yeah.
Okay? So that way, I know what direction I can direct you to. Okay?
Yeah.
Because if you know the history of the music, basically history repeats itself. What we're trying to do is like not the kind of shit that's what's going on.
Right. We ain't doing mumble rap. We ain't doing the destructive shit. We doing some new shit.
I mean, I don't know who called it mumble rap, but I guess like like to a lot of people, I think in the industry, I don't know who made that music, but whatever it is,
Yeah.
mumble rap or humble rap or
Did you say? Did you say humble rap? Oh shit, nigga, shit just got dangerous. You humble rapping ass niggas. You motherfuckers who doing humbles.
Humble rappers are the humble rappers. To be honest with you, like these boys, they don't really know. So like,
yeah, they don't. They don't understand. They don't even know. They don't even know we're doing a fucking podcast right now. They're still mumble rapping.
I mean, they just want to blast.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's about blasting.
True.
Okay? Like,
True.
remember, like back in the day, Run DMC, back in the day,
yes.
When they had one of those, boom boxes.
Of course.
Like you walk around the street, like with a big ass boom box, and play that music loud as you can, so you want to be heard. Basically, you want to tell people that what kind of music you're listening to, and that has to represent you sometimes.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Okay? So you want to be cool, so you play Cool in the Gang. Okay?
Yeah, Cool in the Gang is dope.
Yeah. Dude, man, Cool in the Gang was one of my favorite bands.
I love those dudes, yeah.
Those boys were fucking like, fire.
Oh man, what's up? We gotta get Mike back on the phone. So this is actually the end of this podcast, and we're going to go into a continuation of the podcast for a part 2. So hang tight.